What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Any Sport. Today we're looking at NBA players who actually went to prison. Being in the star in the NBA comes with a lot of pressure, and players are always under that microscope. In public, these athletes have to be on their best behavior because not only are they being watched, but they are supposed to be setting an example. Some NBA stars may come from troubled backgrounds, but become an inspiration to others by the way they can transform their lives. Others may struggle with the fame and attention and act out or do some irresponsible things that get them in trouble. Being arrested while playing in the NBA not only puts a player's liberty under threat, but also their career on the court. Teams don't always want to associate themselves with a player who has a criminal record. These NBA stars haven't been able to avoid controversy in their lives and have ended up either arrested or jailed. First up, Sebastian Telfair. Sebastian Telfair was a first-round pick at the 2004 NBA draft, and big things were expected from him when he joined the Portland Trail Blazers. Unfortunately, he was unable to lock down a place on the starting roster in Portland. This became the pattern of his NBA career as he struggled to find a place to give him regular minutes on the court. In 2007, he was arrested for possessing a firearm under the passenger seat of his car, to which Telfair pleaded guilty. He was sentenced to 3 years probation. In 2017, Telfair was in trouble once again for guns, and after being stopped by a traffic cop, he was found to have a semi-automatic rifle, 3 handguns, and a ballistics vest. For this, Telfair was found guilty by a jury and sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. Next up, Caron Butler. If ever there was a proof that someone can turn their life around from a tough beginning, then Caron Butler is that guy. When he was growing up, Butler was arrested 15 times before reaching the age of 15 for neurotics charges. It was at the juvenile detention facility where Butler discovered his love and talent for basketball. He made a change in his life and worked hard to achieve his dream of playing in the NBA. Even going on to become champion in 2011 with the Mavericks, Butler still has struggles today and is still managing addiction to Mountain Dew, which he picked up while playing for the Wizards. Butler's also a smart investor and owns 6 Burger King restaurants after working there when he was younger. Next up, J.R. Smith. When J.R. Smith won the NBA Finals with the Cavaliers in 2016, it must have felt like the reward for all his hard work during his career. It was the only time he won a championship ring, but he played regular basketball in the NBA for well over a decade. Controversy has often followed Smith around, with one incident involving a car accident standing out. Smith was driving his car in 2007 when he reportedly ran a stop sign and hit another car. One of Smith's passengers suffered fatal injuries, and in 2009, the then Nuggets star pleaded guilty to the accident. He was sentenced to 90 days in prison, though 2/3 of that time was suspended as long as Smith completed 500 hours of community service. Next up, Shawn Kemp. The former Seattle Supersonics star Shawn Kemp was a huge presence on the basketball court for whatever team he played for. The 6-time All-Star forward had a career to be proud of even if it didn't result in a championship ring. His time with the Sonics, in particular, is what many basketball fans will remember him for. He's not the first hugely talented star to end their career without an NBA championship, and he certainly won't be the last. Kemp's legal troubles seemed to begin when he had a lot more time on his hands after retiring from the NBA. He got in trouble in 2005 after being arrested for possession of illegal narcotics and a semi-automatic firearm. Kemp pleaded guilty to the charge of narcotics possession after being formally charged. Delonte West. It was seemingly a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time when Delonte West found himself in trouble with the law. The former Celtics and Mavericks guard was stopped by a traffic officer while riding his 3-wheeled motorcycle in 2009. He was reportedly pulled over for a traffic violation, which was when the officer discovered West was carrying a lot of firepower. West had a gun tucked into his waistband, another strapped to his leg, and a shotgun in a guitar case strapped to his back. The basketball star claimed he was just moving these guns after he was informed that some kids in his family had found them in his closet. West pleaded guilty to the traffic offense and weapons charges. That meant he was given 40 hours of community service and placed under house arrest. Next up, William Bedford. William Bedford really made a name for himself when he was a part of the famous Detroit Pistons team that won the NBA championship in 1990. He played alongside all-time great stars like Dennis Rodman and Isaiah Thomas, but Bedford only had a short career. After he left basketball, Bedford had trouble with narcotics addiction, and it got him into some serious trouble with the law. Bedford had been arrested multiple times for the possession of illegal narcotics, and in 2007, he was given a 10-year prison sentence. The former NBA champion served his time behind bars, and when he came out, he wanted to try and have a positive impact on the world. Bedford now focuses attention on coaching basketball to help give back to the sport that made him famous in the first place. Well guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Consider clicking the subscribe button or one of these 2 videos on the screen right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe and have a great day.